Oh no,
Dad came up here and filmed. Hi.
What are y'all doing?
Play Mario Kart.
Mario Kart. Hi, Bernie. Hi, Bernie. Hi, such a happy dog.
What are you doing?
What in the world is going on here? Oh,
This is the RV of noise. Noise, noise.
I thought it was you.
Noise. All I hear is noise.
What is going on here?
I'm surrounded by
We went for a stroll. We are the video game headquarters of this Thousand Trails campground.
So when you take him out for a walk, do you make sure to pick up after him?
I've got him pretty well trained.
Excellent.
Yeah, he only makes in the RV.
Wow, amazing.
Show them your power walk technique.
Oh, yes. Yeah, so we Bill said there was a start and there was a finish out on the road. So we had a race, but we don't run. Ready?
No,
Set.
you. It's all you.
Okay.
Look at that. Look at her go. She might fly away.
Was that faster than the speed limit of this park?
Oh, it might be. I don't know.
Sometimes I feel like that lawnmower guy is just out looking for bluebonnets to kill. Working on some art?
Yes, I am.
Cool. Kira's working on phonics. All right. Well, I'm gonna go work on.
It's a blue-violet shift.
Interesting.
There you go. We have
It's another day of doing laundry because that never ends. But I'm gonna try something cool and unique today. I'm gonna try and put the dirty clothes in a bag on a backpack and ride on Tanya's e-bike. We'll see if I can avoid cranking up the diesel to take the laundry or avoid having to walk 2,000 steps one way just to do the laundry. What's going on, y'all? It's another day in the RV life. Work's going on, school's going on, art's going on, laundry's going on, hanging out with the neighbors. It's all happening daily in the RV life. We've got Kaylin over there playing video games with Bella. Bella is our neighbor. She is a member of the family of nursing our travel bug. You might have also seen in this video, Bill, Natasha, they're the mom and the dad, or you know, vice versa, the dad and the mom. And then Will, who's hanging out over there, yelling out craziness from his RV window. Kira's working on her phonics, Tanya's working on her art, and Dad, well, I need to go in and take some screenshots of some computer settings. Boring. So you ever wonder what we do all day when we live in an RV? Well, we just go out and we just pull this little black lever and make nasty stuff come out of the hole. Whoa! Haha! You just barely saw it, ever so slightly. I don't want you to be grossed out and turn off the video. So some people may think, why on earth would I want to live in a place where I have to go out and empty out my sewer once a week? Well, my response would be, why do I want to live in a place where I have to go out and mow my lawn once a week? Time change has got us all messed up. Our friends were out here eating supper, and I had no idea it was even supper time. Been washing laundry, doing my work, but man alive, you should see this sky. Can y'all see that? Or is it too focused on me? Look at this dog over here, just relaxing. Hi, Daisy. Daisy. 2 loads of laundry successfully done. I really like taking the e-bike up there for laundry. That's great, using, for such a short task, just using the e-bike as opposed to using the big diesel truck. I think that that's a more economical use of energy. When we stayed in Meeker, Colorado, we've done that twice now, and especially the second time I had a big diesel engine, and I thought, what a waste of diesel, because we never drove faster than 30, maybe 35 miles an hour while we were in Meeker. It'd be amazing if something like a big truck like this had some kind of a hybrid function. I'm sure there are those of you who would scoff. Ah, I know, I get it. I like the power. I like the raw energy. But at the same token, how great would it be if it had something in there that could electrically push it around? Just a short little stints around town when you don't need 50 miles an hour hauling a big heavy trailer. You just need to go to the laundromat or take the kids to the swimming pool. I think that that would be pretty cool. But in the meantime, until somebody invents that, Tanya's e-bike, which this is Tanya's, that was her Christmas present from this year, is turning out to be quite useful in many ways. I'm now able to take it and go to the bathhouse to take a shower. Now I'm using it to go to the laundry room. Saves time, saves diesel. That's pretty good use, I'd say. Now this has been plugged. I haven't tried it since we left Jellystone, so I'm gonna hook it up and I'll give it a shot and see if it unplugs. I don't know if it was water pressure related. I don't know. I don't hear anything. I know I turned it on, so I know I could tell the hose filled up with water, but normally when it's gonna fill, it runs through up into the bottom of our bathroom sink and then out into the back black tank. It's not moving. I've tried replacing the backflow preventers that are under the sink. That didn't make a difference. I think it's like really dirty and really clogged in their black tank. I should turn this off first. Okay, turn it off with the faucet. It's still gonna spray out. It's gonna be water. Oh, right in the face. Now this, like I said, there is a backflow preventer under the sink in the master bathroom. I don't have to worry about this. Water is not coming from the sewage area. It's already safe. It's got a lot of pressure right now because I just filled the hose. And all that pressure is coming back out from that backflow preventer. So I'll take the hose out and run it to the black tank where we dump it. I've been using this since our first RV. This one actually, it has an off and then a tank and a hose. So you can direct which way the water will go. But make sure you close your gray tanks. Looks like both of mine are open because otherwise this is going to fill. There's 3 tanks back here on this open range 374. I have one for filling front and filling rear. The filling rear is a little longer because of the way that I'm filling, which would be a backfill. It's got to fill up more of the pipes. So there's more pipes going on here between here and the black tank. So I give it a little bit more time to fill up this way. So yeah, dumping and flushing black tanks. It's a part of, it's like a weekly routine. It needs to be, or should be done weekly. I've gotten a little bit off task. It used to be I could do both black tanks on Friday. I'm not exactly sure what changed, but I wound up with me and Tanya's being every 5 days, and it's just thrown me off whack. I think I was a lot happier when I was just handling both of them on Fridays. What happens is there's something called a burp. So you have a exhaust vent on the top of your RV and your house, so don't act like you're special if you don't live in an RV, because you also have one of these, that allows the gases to escape out of the top. When the tank gets full, the gases can't escape anymore, and so they come out as a burp at your toilet. Anybody who's been RVing for a while will know the burp, and they'll be like, oh, I need to clean the black tank. Now, I was just hearing from some other far more experienced RVers that they say it's definitely time to do it when it stops burping. And I was like, you can let it go that long? I'm not going to. They can do that. They can do that all they want, but I'm not going to. I want to get back to once a week. I need to figure out what I changed about me that caused me to have to clean out my tank a little more frequently. I don't have to mow lawns. I'm allergic to Bermuda grass. It would make me sick for like about 3 days. I would be wearing masks and gloves and all kinds of stuff to try to keep from getting sick from mowing the lawn. Now I just get to deal with black tanks. Now, this is easy stuff. It gets a little tougher when it's time to move, because then you have to take the hoses away. Like when I'm doing this right now, I don't have to touch a whole lot of stuff. Normally just that one water hose, move it back and forth. That's pretty easy. That's not too difficult. And then just pulling the lever and closing the lever, turning the water on, turning the water off. When you're all done, adding some extra water to the tank, as well as your chemical of choice. I used to use the pods, then I went to the orange liquid from Walmart, and then I got talked into something a little fancier I can order from Amazon. If I can remember, I'll put it in the link in the description so that you can go get some as well. Now, as I'm dumping the tanks, I like to flush them, because it's like when you just pull the tank and you let it run out, not everything runs out. But to keep your tanks in a little bit better health, maintenance, then you want to add water to it and flush it back out. You can do this a couple of times and try to get it so that the water coming back out is looking as clear as possible. I doubt that you will ever get them perfectly clean, and I wouldn't expect that. But when you get that water coming out pretty clear, that's a good sign that your tank is in decent shape. Now, you don't ever want to have a tank be dry. You always want to have some fluids down in there. I don't know if you've ever paid attention to a porta potty, but when you go into a freshly clean porta potty that's just been delivered to an event, it has like a blue water on the bottom, because that stuff down there is ready to help dissolve solids, to help destroy them and make everything down to a liquid. And that's what you want. You want everything to be down to a liquid. Oh, time is up. Don't wait too long after your timer goes off. Now, I used to flush my tanks a lot, and I've been in a few cases where I needed to slow down a little bit. One of them was Meeker at the campground we stay at there, where there's just the 10 spots. It's kind of downhill from where the sewer is. They didn't have septic there as far as I know. I would do, like I said, both tanks on the same day, flush them until they're clear, and the next thing we know, liquid, nasty liquid was coming up out of the ground on other empty RV sites, and Kira was calling it out and be like, oh crud. So we were noticing that it was having a hard time taking our sewage as we were dumping it. And now these empty sites, they are overflowing.
They're flooded.
That's not good. Not good at all. time to rethink this. To change that up, I think I was doing Thursdays for one tank, Fridays for another tank, and I was also waiting after I would do a flush and let it drain out. Instead of waiting about 5 minutes, I would wait about 15 minutes just to help their sewer lines kind of take it all in and process it. The other issue that we had was when we were in Wisconsin, staying in Shell Lake. We were in an area, they had septic tanks all around, and we were in a spot where there was a brand new tank. And I can't remember what size he said it was, 300 gallons, 3,000 gallons. He described it as pretty big. In my opinion, it wasn't that big. And the amount of that I was flushing, I think I overwhelmed it. And I set off their alarm for the first time. We're like, what is that horrible, loud, ringing noise? And went up and got the work campers. He came back. He actually unplugged the power to this alarm. And then the owner of the campground, it was a Friday, He was dressed for going out on the town that night. He had to come over and suck the stuff out of the septic tank. The weird thing was he sucked it up into the tank with his tractor. Then he hauls the tank off down into the woods. Then he comes back and does it again. What did he do with that tank? I know the answer, and if you want to find out, you'll have to tune in for our Wisconsin Shell Lake video. We'll talk about it. Well, if I'm not using this to fill up the back, I guess I can close this door. Tanya's snack of choice today is a new potato chip she's found. It's made with avocado oil. We are treating this as a treat since she's got salt in there. She's definitely not consuming as much chips as she used to be.
More potassium than sodium.
It's got potassium in this?
Yes.
Potassium. Outstanding. We hear that having more potassium can help if it looks like you've got too much sodium. No, we are not sponsored or brought to you by anyone. While we're out here talking, let's talk about this little red light. I found a replacement for this. I was able to find letters and numbers, and I was able to go to eTrailer.com and buy a replacement everything. So I'll have to come out here, probably strip off the seal here, take apart the wires, and replace it. Now, when the guy did the inspection, he made the assumption that this quit working when I hit this. But when I bought this trailer used, I was told this light was always flaky. So I decided rather than just replace this and try to figure out what's wrong with it, I would just go with a new one. So that's what I'm gonna do. It should be here in 2 days. Oh, can I sit on this? Just barely fit on there. So today was nothing unusual, nothing super different. There was laundry, there was draining and flushing of a black tank, there was the girls doing schoolwork, Tanya doing art, David doing his online job, hanging out and talking with our neighbors, Bill, Natasha, Will, and Bella, walking the dog Daisy. A normal day in the RV life. This might be interesting to you if you don't live in the RV life, or if you're wanting to see something different. There are other people out here living like this. But this is not the majority of Americans living like this, or the majority of people in the world. Most people have a stick and brick, sticks and bricks. But there are those of us out here that live like this. There's a good amount of families with kids out here, homeschooling, working remotely. I would say here probably more retirees living this life than there are the families, but there's still a lot of families. We're by no means unusual or different that we stand out. We actually fit in pretty normal. I like sharing this stuff with you. Uh-oh. I need to go pull the tank. It's looking a little better. Still kind of nasty. That's like a normal day. Do I pull the black tank every day? No, like I said, aim to be about once a week. Do I wash laundry every day? No, but I probably could. That was kind of my philosophy there for a bit. One load a day would actually be really good, especially if you're trying to get steps and walking and you want to walk to it. One load a day would be great. It just can be a little frustrating when you get over there and there's nothing available for you. But the rest of this is pretty much just a normal day for us. A little windy, a little cool, weather's all over the place. A great day in the RV life. Thanks again for watching our videos. We appreciate you being here. We hope that you will subscribe to our channel and help us reach that goal of 1,000 subscribers. Like the video. That can help too. Thumbs up. We want to always remind you that life happens. Don't let it stop you. Not even no washing machines. Stay fresh, cheese bags.